One mayor telling residents who ignored evacuation orders to write their name and social security numbers on their arms so authorities can identify their bodies. This storm is expected to stay over the Texas coast for days, dumping more than 2 feet of rain before moving to Louisiana. I'm Wendy Ryan.
And I'm Jamison Euler. We'll get the latest on the storm's path from Dennis in just a moment. But first, we go to ABC Action News reporter Lana Zach with a look at what's happening in Houston right now.
Good evening. The eye wall of Hurricane Harvey has started to make landfall here on the Texas coast. Already in Corpus Christi, Texas, more than 30,000 people are without power, and things are only expected to get worse. Hurricane Harvey is ripping into the Gulf Coast. Residents of Texas, Mississippi, and Louisiana now bracing for the worst. The monster storm visible from space. 10 million people under watches and warnings, many urged to evacuate.
We went up to the Exxon to get milk and they just boarded up, and I was like, all right, that's it.
Residents of Corpus Christi under a voluntary evacuation order were offered buses to San Antonio. Others in Rockport, Texas told they had no choice. They needed to go or else.
Those that are going to stay, it's unfortunate, but they should make some type of preparation to mark their arm with a Sharpie pen. Put their social security number on it and their name.
Texas's governor has activated 1,300 National Guard troops, opening enough shelters to house 41,000 evacuees. As storm surges are predicted to reach up to 12 feet, along with massive flooding and widespread power outages.
This storm is not going to play out overnight. When the power goes off, you can expect it to be off 3 to 7 days.
Also concerning folks here in Houston is the potential for that 1-2 punch. That massive flooding will occur as soon as those rains come in tonight with a deluge that's facing residents here, but that also it could potentially move back out to the Gulf Coast, re-energize itself, and then make a direct hit on Houston on Wednesday. Reporting from Houston, Lana Zach, ABC News.
And we will continue to monitor the situation as Harvey continues to pound the state of Texas. There will be a special edition of GMA at 5 a.m. and Good Morning Tampa Bay starts at 6 a.m. Chief Meteorologist Dennis Phillips has been watching this massive storm all night long. Dan?
Yeah, Wendy, and as we continue to see what is one of the strongest hurricanes to hit the U.S. in over 20 years, we continue to see what is now a landfalling hurricane. Harvey made landfall between Port Aransas, Texas and Port O'Connor, Texas about a half hour ago. The eye wall winds of about 130, gusting up to 150 miles an hour. I mean, you look at this, this is really almost a textbook buzzsaw look as it moves onshore. Now, where does it go from here? We'll tell you the truth, what you just heard from our ABC reporter up in that area, that's kind of old data in terms of what we're talking about. This is the new information, literally just came out from the Hurricane Center about a minute ago. And as you see, it stays on shore, which is significant because if it were to move out into the Gulf, sure, it could develop further. But right now, the way we see this sticks around for 4 to 5 days, staying inland. And by doing that, it means we are talking about a flooding situation unlike something they have ever seen. Historical flood totals. This is through Saturday, but watch the numbers just through Sunday afternoon. We're talking 20 to 25 inches of rain from Houston down to Galveston. Look at that, 30 inches of rain by Sunday night, and this is going to stick around through the middle of next week. So while this is going to be bad, and it already is around the eye wall with tornado watches and warnings off to the northeast of the center, what really concerns us is what's going to follow with all of the rain for the next 4 to 5 days.